If you've graduated, so to speak, from Bali and are looking for what's next in Indonesia, AYANA KOMODO will likely top your list. But does this resort carry the same gravitas as its legendary sister property in Bali? Today we find out if it lives up to the family name. Welcome back to the gorgeous island of Flores in eastern Indonesia. If there were non-stop flights, you could get to Australia in around 2 hours. That's how far east we are. Indonesia, as pretty much official policy, has been trying to steer hospitality investment into the supporting cast of beautiful islands in the country, instead of just making Bali's traffic even worse. Flores and the town of Labuan Bajo, where we are now, is the perfect example of this being done well. AYANA is a small chain of hotels and resorts with their most famous properties in Bali. That Bali resort I've had so many requests for. Here at AYANA KOMODO, though, things are a bit more hush-hush. Perched on the edge of one of Indonesia's most surreal landscapes, AYANA KOMODO Waecicu Beach opened in 2018, and in a rare twist for a fairly large-scale resort, actually feels like it belongs exactly where it is. The property has 205 rooms and suites, all angled towards the kind of ocean views that make you briefly forget that you have a flight back to reality tomorrow. The lobby here is actually the top floor of the resort and has triple duty function, hosting reception, 2 bars, and a lobby lounge. Let's head down to the pools and the beach, and I'll explain what I think might be missing from this resort. The AYANA is a great base for exploring Komodo National Park. What does that actually mean? Well, if you're going to a beach resort to enjoy the resort all day, this probably is not the best option for you. The pool has gorgeous views, so maybe this doesn't apply so much if you're a true pool person. But the grounds are just tiny, as beautiful as they are. If you're enjoying the video and would like to support the channel, there are many ways that you could do so. A quick like on the video and subscribe helps with the algorithm, or you could check out my Patreon, linked in the description below. On Patreon, I post everything from early access or Patreon-only videos, newsletters, my best tips and tricks to save money on travel, glimpses behind the scenes, detailed advanced itinerary maps, and much, much more. Think of it as a toolbox to save money on or simply improve your next trip, especially if it's to Southeast Asia. If you have questions about upcoming travel, I can help with that too. Whatever you do though, thanks very much for doing it. There's a built-up artificial beach just below the pools with a bit of natural sand entry off to one side. At the end of the pier is a bar which has a fantastic atmosphere at night, and they were clever to dock one of their boats nearby to serve as your floating facilities so the drinks can keep flowing. There's also additional lounging spaces on the docks to the left. And this is what I mean when I say that it feels like the landscape was built around the resort. It's fairly accurate on camera, but this green here is a very specific, vibrant, softer green. The hills remind me a lot of Fiji. Before we head upstairs to my room, let's take a look at where we are. We are in the province of East Nusa Tenggara, which is made up of 600 islands, and we're on the largest of them now, Flores. For any expeditions that you might take, Komodo National Park is just over here to the west, and Labuan Bajo is up here. They do make pretty good use of the grounds that they do have, but you can see the grounds are made up of like 80% pool. The area is pretty hilly, and while only a few minutes drive from town, it's not really a walk to a host of amenities type of location. I booked a standard king room and was upgraded to a deluxe king room, but they are very similar. The standard rooms are in the lower block of rooms, which is closer to the beach. The deluxe rooms are in the floors above that and behind that block. You'll see from my balcony what I mean. The rooms are bathed in white and they are cramped. It's not that the rooms are extra small, though they could be a little bit bigger. They're simply laid out in a pretty inefficient manner with loads of space devoted to the closet and the wet room. Loads of space relative to the overall size of what they're dealing with here. I'll let you have a look around the room as I put up the extra bits. I ended up paying $256 for my stay here, which I think is at the top end of the price scale that I'd be willing to pay. The platform that you see here in front of my balcony is, I suppose, used for events. That's the roof of the lower block of rooms that I mentioned earlier. The building that I'm in right now doesn't have rooms below the roof of that. Okay, let me give you a quick look at some of the dining and drink options. Upstairs behind the lobby area is Unique Rooftop Bar. Their name, not my description. This was only open a few days per week when I was there. For dinner, there were 3 choices. There's a Japanese teppanyaki restaurant, a seaside seafood restaurant, which honestly didn't exactly look like a restaurant, and Rinka, their all-day dining venue, which is where I headed. I started off with a gado gado, which was fresh but pretty basic, 7.9 out of 10. I followed that up with a wonderfully dark and powerful black pepper beef. This was exceptionally good, 9.5 out of 10. In the morning, I headed back to the same spot and found a pretty comprehensive buffet with a real range of dishes on offer. They also took a la carte egg orders at the tables. Especially because of their variety of different Indonesian dishes here, they're a solid 7. As we make a quick final stop at the small fitness center, let me wrap this up. Sometimes it's not as fun if you can really sum up a resort in just one soundbite, but it just works here. If you want a really comfortable place to relax and sleep in between your excursions, then this is a great place to consider. If you're looking for more downtime at the resort itself, I would consider Ta'aktana, which is just down the road and just a little bit more expensive.